There we go. Okay. Oh, I figured it out. Hey, Blue. Hey, Jorge. Hey, Brooks. Hey, Nate. Welcome in. It's not Monday. It's Monday part 2. What's up, everybody? Thanks for showing up early. I'm testing scheduling, which is my perpetual state of being. Yes, Monday sub 1. I'm gonna try and start it. See how starting at 7 works. See if we can run a little bit longer and stuff. I don't know. I do as I please, when I please, pretty much exclusively. But I hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody's, I don't know, surviving and stuff. I have no updates other than a dinner with my cousins was nice. Loved that. So I appreciate everybody being understanding for that there wasn't a stream last night. I'm doing pretty good. I don't know, I feel like my brain's in a fog. But things are going pretty good here. Can't complain. I had a really productive day. I got to shop in a quiet grocery store. It's the little things. Go Nate, go Blue. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna update my schedule to be like from 7 to kind of whenever, Monday through Friday, depending on how I feel. And that's kind of how I'm gonna treat it. Like, this is a fun time. I'm gonna treat it like a fun time, right? Even though I have a very sad ethos kind of around the games that I play. You know how it works out. Humanity's extinct, very common theme, apparently. But today we are returning to Pentiment, which is a game that I did start streaming a while ago, but I'm going to start over and give it a better go. Not that I didn't enjoy it the first time. I really do like it. I like its presentation, I like its story, I like its art style. A lot of love and care went into it. It's just been so long since the initial playthrough that I think it warrants just going in with a fresh set of eyes. So without... What? Warning, Steam was unable to sync your Pentiment saves with the Steam cloud. That's fine. I mean, I'm starting over anyway. Like, no complaints here. Play anyway. So yeah, I definitely remember being really bent out of shape about the fact that I got a dude killed. Really hated that. And it's inevitable, but I felt really bad that it was like the blacksmith. So we're gonna ignore this game. I mean, that was back in October. I think this was probably the last thing that I was doing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and start a new... I'm gonna go ahead and use the easy to read fonts because holy butts. So let's jump into this. It's a rock. This is a rock. I am moving the stone. I am pressing the stone. What do you want me to do with this stone? Okay, I am. That's what I'm doing. I have to admit, I don't remember doing this the last time I was in here. Is this is this an eraser? Is this an ancient eraser? Just use a rock on it. Hey, I wasn't done. Your immersion. Forget your immersion. Yes, thrilling burnishing action. That's what everybody came here for, right? Also, for the first time, I did post that I was going live on my Twitter. So, I guess follow me on Twitter. I don't do anything else on there. Sometimes I repost a cute animal. Oh, yeah, I don't have a Twitter command. Hold on. I don't have an anything command. It is absolutely, it's great bardcore, and it's this immersive pretty much throughout. It's a pretty neat artistic experience. I think I remember on, like on my Twitter, I think I've reposted like some video of like cotton top tamarins like eating grapes or something. Listen, it's riveting content over on my Twitter. Also, fun fact, I absolutely adore tamarins. I love them so much. Yeah, Josh Sawyer. An artist sleeps. He is a cool guy. Follow Josh Sawyer on Twitter. An artist's mind. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, yeah, this is also a really choice-driven one, and I'm pretty sure I may have picked I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library last time. Need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. You really prefer Blue Sky now? Once they get GIF uploads and DMs, it's going to really take off. I think those are pretty fundamental functionalities of the social network. Let me know when they're up and running. I am so happy for you, Nate. That seems like a lovely time. I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting? Yes, he had told me I had until the Ides of May. Asshole. And he's not going to pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. The yield of labor should not be measured in coin, but in personal satisfaction and self-improvement. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it? How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I told him... Okay, I said I would do my best to get it done by the end of April. I told him it would be done when it was done. Sometime before the Ides of May, and I shrugged and kept on working. I will visit your website, Nate. I said I would do my best to get it done by the end of April. Because I am supportive. With discipline and mindfulness, you will persevere. You don't kill yourself striving to meet the abbot's unreasonable expectations. What she said. What's the point in burning your candle to the nub for the idiot abbot's sake? Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? That's what my brother said in his letter. Maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. True, Your Majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, Your Majesty. As are many things. Trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, Your Majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, Your Majesty. kind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Ow. At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. That's where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to really add a shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. He's just trying to keep order in the Abbey. I'm an outsider. Right, an outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. Quit stepping on me. Would you please I give up. Take me home, Grovian. As you wish, Andreas. I'm guessing the only way Nate will promote his website is to write you on a slip of paper, tie it to, yes, and throw it in the river. Or into a bottle and hope it lands somewhere. Oh, good morning, Ursula. Dumbledore. Time to get up. Alright. April 1518. Wonderful year. I should really clean this up. Then clean it up. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, Pharaonic keeps giving me all these books to read. Go to bed. Okay, so we can access our quests. Rocks don't float unless they're witches. Yeah, well, or ducks, I guess. Alright, so Prime, hour 6, another day, another few pages for the Abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. To the salon! I love the art. I love the art direction in this game. And this toddler is very cute. And then we go over here and we talk to Clara, the people we're staying with. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Not well, but there's nothing to be done about it now. Not well. There's nothing to be done about it now. Oh, I'm sorry, Andreas. I can change the straw on the mattress if you like. Oh, no, don't trouble yourself, Clara. You have enough to deal with. Well, I'll look into it after I've cleaned in here and taken care of Ursula. I don't want you to be uncomfortable in our home. I did not think that that's where this conversation was going to go. I thought we were going to talk about my weird-ass dream. I'm getting stepped on. By fools. Whoops. Yee. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rot you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Okie dokie. Otto, stop by? Yes, around dawn. She packed my lunch. Let's not go to the dream world. It is a silly place. It is a silly place. Here you are, Andres. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Mr. Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. I remember this being the first issue. And then we get these fun little thinky bubbles. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. And then we have our dream compatriots who influence us one way or the other. So we can urge him to be generous. We can urge him to be Socratic. Or we can urge him to be a butthole. If I had a way to add to my overlay the ed counter for every time I say butthole, that I probably would do that. Be generous, Andreas. You can spare them money, and it will ease their burden. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking for advances on rent. It is contingent on me getting paid. So I don't think I'm going to as hard commit as this, as the top one. If my setup for making live split mods hadn't broken, I'd make one for you. Brooks, that you are a gentleman and a scholar, and thank you for even considering it. Rip your setup. I'm sorry that it is broken. What will I ever do without the butthole counter? I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Of course, I understand. I hate to even ask it of you. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. St. Luke bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly. I'm afraid most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Farenick allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show my clients, and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after I do like after a little too much fun. Must be rather frightening, starting all over again. It is, but I know that this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say, God rest his soul. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Alright, so that's the other thing about... Ooh, how do I get to my journal? The other thing about this, it's got vocabulary lessons. Now, how do I... There we go. I have to remember all the controls. The journal is a pretty cool... I do like it. It's kind of a key... Cat secretary, knock over your books, knock over... Oh. I was like, what? It would also double as a time since last butthole utterer. That would be very funny. I would find personal delight in that. Alright, and there's the... That's where we're headed. I do like the way that they did the journal. And then we've got, like, a glossary of people that we know. Like, we know Clara, we know Klaus. Because we're hanging out with him. And then the Zimmermans, who we haven't met yet in this playthrough, obviously. So we just talked to Clara. We're having a meal with Klaus. Eva is Clara's eldest daughter. Faranick is the abbot who, or the prior, not the abbot. He's the prior we're working for. Otto Zimmerman is the town carpenter. It's interesting that they include him. Oh wait, no. Otto is brought up in the conversation. Clara thinks he's hot. I mean, who doesn't like a blacksmith, right? Peter Gertner, who's Clara's husband. Piero, who apparently we spend too much time talking to in the scriptorium. And Ursula, the adorable ginger toddler. And I want to talk to Eva. There we go. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Andreas. Okay, never mind. She's got nothing to say to me. Alright. And then this is another Gertner. Oh, no. There we go. Morning, Andreas. This is Big York. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh? This smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you said you spent your Wanderjahre before coming to Tassing? Alright. Alright, pick a background that will affect your character's choices moving forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. So I can choose Basel, which means that we would know Italian and French, and we can reference cultural touchstones in Basel and a couple of cities nearby, Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. The Low Countries, which means we would know Dutch and French, and know cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. And then Italy, we would know Italian and a little Greek, and we can reference touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I don't even remember what I picked last time. So let's do Italy. Italy. Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Italy? No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big York. What did you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Alright. What kind of rapscallion? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so hedonist Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's very social and experienced in vice. He's a craftsman, lives to work, and dedicates his time to art. Spends all of his non-working time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Devoted himself to business. Promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, balancing books. I'm gonna lean into the artist. He's a craftsman. Other than art, nothing. That's what I was there for. Art is the whole point, Big York. Craft. I don't have time for anything else. Oh, sorry I asked. Anyway, I have to get going. York! Let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Big York. Hey, Andreas, you say hello to the girls today? Eva and Clara? No, I mean the chickens, Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their backs or give them a good scratch under the breast. I like that they named their female chickens Peter, James, and John. You named your chickens after the apostles. Isn't that blasphemy? I guess when you put it plain like that. But I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witness Jesus' greatest moments in glory and his darkest trials. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. What? You know what? That makes perfect sense. You have much in common with Christ. You're making fun. It's fine. I get it. I just call them the girls from now. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Oh, we sold them to the Bowers. Clara says we need the extra money for taxes. Anyways, I should get back to it. Until later, Andreas. Until then. I don't think I had the chicken conversation. Andreas? Look at the chicken. I wonder which one's Peter, which one's James, and presumably John is in the wheat field or the barley field, whatever field. Bill Peter, God bless you, Andreas. Oh yes, Andreas. This weather's been god awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Were things very different when you were young? As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. Oh, that's right. These guys are fairly pagan, have significantly pagan backgrounds, which, you know, for 1518, I know, is a choice. It's a dangerous choice. Church banned all observance. I thought St. Moritz protected Tassing. Yes, and Sensatia too. But who did you think protected it before they came along? The Saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Ranning Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. No, mention it to the abbot. What do these traditions entail? When you get up at night to go take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Also so you don't walk in your piss. Oh, how interesting. I should go. Alright, God bless you. Alright, now the Ex Libris. Okay, so this is where it's the Ex Libris documents our choices for background. Because I know there's more stuff that gets dumped in here as we develop Andreas as a character. Also, fun fact, Mahler, his last name, it may lack the H, but that means that's German for painter. Which, you know, appropriate. We don't have to get too deep on that. Okay, so we have a map of Tassing, Outer Tassing, which involves the farms, the Abbey, and of Europe. As you can see, we are at the very southern edge of Germany. What is today known as Germany. Alright, so we've added Big Jorg and Il Peter to our list. And we have a glossary, and I didn't go into this beforehand. Or the last time we were in here. Because we're gonna... Because, yeah, life was wild and different. And, like, books of hours are gonna be important, like, are important, essentially, what prayers happen when, which is not a practice held by your run-of-the-mill Christian anymore. Nate, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, like, the sort of pastoral offices of the Catholic Church do observe specific prayer times, though, right? If you know. And then we got some saints. So St. Luke, patron saint of artists and physicians. St. Moritz, patron saint of Tassing, who was Egyptian-born and then took over, and St. Satia, who was pagan and then converted. Very nice. I'll go in there occasionally and take a look at those. Alright, the sheep are not going to let us go that way. Into the town commons it is. Alright, here is a blacksmith. This is Endress. Just like hanging out and having, like, dedicated prayer time. Yeah, like, there's certain things that happen at certain times. I mean, this is pre, like, the prevalence of the clock. Oh, Andreas, good timing. Do you have a moment to let me in? Fuck it. Wonderful, I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in, now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Now I know this isn't a game. Okay, here, take the shoe in these tongs, put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and hit it with the hammer. Oh, that was bad. Oh, here we go. Boom. Good, next one. Alright, and then the other side. If we can do it fast, we're gonna be great. We're not gonna be late. Guys, we're not gonna be late. I am desperate for everyone in this village to like me. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of those at once. Sure would be nice to have someone help me out here every day. Have you considered a child? Have you considered an apprentice? I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested. Keep at them. I bet you could get Bert Drucker. Ha! Klaus would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Okay. As far as I know, they still do like Eucharist adoration and just come in and hang out at the church and be solemn or whatever. And that's the technical term for it, right? Admittedly, I haven't been. Well, yeah, I mean, my circle of religion knowledge is. I mean, this is proto-Catholic Church. There is just the Catholic Church at this point, because, or it's about to branch off, because I know they bring up Martin Luther, and Martin Luther is like a living person at this time. Like, he has just put up his, he's got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one piece. Hang out over there, sheep in the way. More sheep, lots of sheep. So we're about to have our first branch off of the major Catholic Church. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on him. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Can we sacrifice sheep for St. George the Victorious? I don't remember having the option. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Oh, morning, Andres. Excuse us, one of our fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. And now they're everywhere, along with their flies. A thought bubble. Should I offer to help? We can be Socratic about it, or we can be Grobian about it. I don't want to get on Martin's bad side. This early. Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. And again, I don't know anything about sheep, and I'd probably just get in their way. Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? No. Then no, but thank you. Christian of you to offer. Oh look, there's something going on at the Steinauer's place. Oh yeah, a fight. Oh yeah, Steinauer. It's the mason, not the blacksmith that I got killed last time. Hey, Joxy, welcome in. Oh, and a camping Carl. Yeah, this is pre-Reformation. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to Pentiment. Our adventures in peasantry and medieval art. Hope you guys are having a good day. Who's on that horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin, stay out of trouble for once. What? Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course. See you later. Doing pretty good. It is the most Tuesday I have experienced in a long time, Jogsy. I hope all is well over on your end. Don't work too hard, Martin. Alright, I remember, because I know Martin is a pivotal player in here, in this first act. And I remember being really upset that he hated me so much. But I get pretty upset when anybody hates me. You've been in mourning. Yeah, 1518, literal dawn of Lutheranism. Yep. But yeah, Martin Luther literally just did his thing. Oh no. Jogsy, I'm so sorry to hear about Rocky. Oh, I'm so sorry. Rocky was a sweet, sweet little baby. Oh. Klaus speaks a different language, which is why his text initially shows up backwards, which is a nice touch without actually having to translate everything. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas. He's not that strict. I know he's trying to protect people from your sloppy typesetting. Adventure stories of questionable moral repute? He doesn't mind those so much, actually. No? As long as they don't get too carnal. Oh. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Okay, yes, we're going to see Klaus, because that's the original plan. Great. I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. It's okay, I'll get through. No, and it never is. But I do hope you find peace with it. It's hard every single time. Okay, can't go that way. So yeah, stay, hang out, watch me, I don't know, inevitably blunder something up in this game. God bless, Master Mahler. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yeah. What's he thinking? I just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. Would you go to church and it would be such a burden? Man has many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. This asshole can't make you go to Mass. To hell with him. Yeah, this asshole can't make me go to Mass. Actually, I think he can make me go. Shit. Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise I'll make it this Saturday, or this Sunday. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on the... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mahler, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It's nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I are returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. I'm pretty sure it's diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Alright, how do we show off to Lorenz? I mean, we could do Baldur's Gate rules, and if you get a unique dialogue option, you always go for the unique dialogue option. If you roll a drow, you always pick the drow response. How is Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian in particular is a god. No offense, Father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead and make a visit to Kirsau. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed. But by good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tissay. He was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot? I can't remember if he's French or not. I think he's Belgian. And I have come to check on its progress. Oh my lord, if you've come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mahler here. Not quite a true master yet. I still have to marry and be approved by our city council. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey scriptorium. A Nuremberger artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Yeah, sure, it would be an honor. Wonderful! It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's... Oh, fuck. No, I've got dinner plans. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he gonna do? Refuse us? Excellent. We'll see you then. Shit. Nikolaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking to Master Mahler. I'll see you there. At once, my lord. My lord. And then we have a conversation with this guy. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg? Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. You said you were unmarried. No, I am not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. Erfurt, wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. No. He was a few years ahead of me. I presume it's safer to just indulge. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree, wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they've even read his list of 95 theses against the church. 95, not 99. Should have been 99. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gurnau does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Martin Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Ha! No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle to Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Hey, sun and showers! Thank you for the hydrate. Let me get that water down my gullet. Welcome to the repentance. The undoing of us all. Alright. What did Andreas do at school? Alright. Theology, to have a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law, to know the basics of fractured system of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Or medicine, to be familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. I don't know. What kind of man is Andreas this go around? A theologian, a lawyer, or a medicer? Let's go with theologian. Theology, as odd as it may seem. Not at all. It's a good field of study if you want a position in the church. uncle was the abbot of Fulda. I spent many hours reading the manuscripts in their library, with his permission. He was a pious enough man, I suppose, but he wielded great power from that abbey. A lady. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Precious dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind a fate. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Rude. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium. Yes?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite subject? Yes, my favorite subject is Latin. Strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. Quote the wisdom of the Roman Republic and Empire. Logician. Instinctively thinks through the implications of information. Orator. Excelled at rhetoric. Occultist. Wouldn't that be great if we were a theologist and an occultist? I think we should absolutely do it. We should absolutely do this. I use my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh. Esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination, purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Phoenicia's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this topic during my stay. As you wish, my lord. And your other studies? Was there anything else you excelled at? I don't remember how many we get to pick. I think it's just the 2. Should we lean into sort of the occulty religious aspect? According to Latin, adding an A as a prefix makes it a negative. Yes. Therefore, A Latin is a movie without any Latin influence. It's a whole new world. Sun and showers. I'll give you my hermetic. Come, Lawrence. God damn it. No, not back to back. Oh, that's pretty funny. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, heavens and earth. He knows stuff about things. I love studying the natural world, my lord, both the heavens above and the wild spaces around us. Formerly, I studied as much astronomy as I could. It's incredible how much we've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks. True, but even now we continue to discover more about what we can see within the celestial sphere. What began as pagan myths to explain our world and our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. And this may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness learning about plants and animals. Really? Did the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity? I don't mean to malign our most august Greek and Roman authors, but De Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. Surely there's more that we can learn about plants, insects, and animals by observing them in nature. And beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places. While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of a walk in the woods. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place, and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao at all? have been patrons of Curacao for, oh, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Curacao is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons of Curacao for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gurno a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. We made it. Nicholas, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Nuns. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Churches closed most of them centuries ago. But then Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. I have a feeling, I know we'll skip that, because that'll come to light either way. Why were they closed? Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I don't blame them, though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature, after all. Ah, you must be Father Gurno. I'm Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas! I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. This is a bad time for me to ask on my advance. On an advance. I'm not gonna push that. Yeah, Lorenz is a very charming character. But I mean, he also has the money to be kind of, I guess for the time, edgy. Of course, Father. I am eager to work. Then, get to work! Shit. I should have asked him about the advance for the Gurnet's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Oh, that'll be an interesting... Okay, so I've got stuff in my book now. What have we learned? Okay, you know all that stuff. People we have added. So many people. Burnthold. Endress. There's Father Gurnet. So Father Gurna or Gurnow. Oh, it doesn't specify where he's from. So, I'm gonna stick with Gurnow. Hetty Bauern. We met Johann Bauer. Lawrence Rothvogel. Okay, Linhart Steinauer. That's his name. Block cutter and typecaster. Oh, that's right. Alright, so... And then we've added Thomas, who's the priest. Veronica. And how did we add Zdena of Tabor? I have no idea how we added her. I know she's a nun. I knew, so Nate, you shared with me at one point, like, quadrivium as a word that when you were reading the dictionary that came up. And it sounded familiar. This is where it sounded familiar from. The lower and upper divisions of classical liberal arts. So, Latin, logic, and rhetoric, then arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. Alright, and then scriptorium, Till Eulenspiegel, titular character of a popular 15th century book. Oh, he's like a jack. Alright. Alright, so here's all the nuns. What's this? This door must lead to the rest of the convent. Not for me. Alright, we've got flower. Feverfew. Always smells fresh. So we got some flowers. Going to the prioress's house. See what she's got to say. Cecilia. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I noticed you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern is it of yours? It just seemed unusual. The Baron arrived to see the abbot and the scriptorium. It isn't appropriate for the sisters to interact with men. The sisters interact with me. As they need to, at my discretion. The Baron is an important visitor and a patron of the Abbey, but there is no need for him to speak with the sisters. Or me. I see. That makes sense. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Until later. Hey, Eckert! Happy Tuesday! How's it going, man? Welcome to the Repenting, where I inevitably screw something up and get someone killed. Alright, what's in the convent? What's in this? Okay, a painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. I have no idea who that is. Okay, the doors into the convent are locked to outsiders. Well, men at least. What's this? Tassie is lucky to have so much woundwort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. The many-petaled cinquefoil? It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. Still, I think it has a certain charm. The cinquefoil, the 5-petal. Is this medieval Stardew Valley? Not quite. There is no farming and no joy. No, it's more like, are you familiar with, like, Hercule Poirot? It's a medieval murder mystery at the end of the day. We haven't had the murder yet. This is my second time playing through the first act. So, like, I know where the first act goes. I don't know anything past that. But it turns into a murder mystery in a old-ass Catholic abbey. It's 1518, so we have limited tech. bless you, Master Mahler. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean no offense, Master Mahler, but I cannot speak with men. Ah, my apologies. God bless you. And you as well, sister. Look at all the cats. Pet all the cats. It's a neat game. Like, I love the art so much. The really cool part, though, about the art, we'll see when I go to, like, the main building of the Abbey. The sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. And then there's Matilda. God bless you, Master Mahler. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Forgive me. Sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mahler. Sister Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs here. We will remember that. I feel the same way, sister. I'll go to the shrine real quick. Look, mortal women. Gertrude. God bless you, Master Mahler. How goes your work in the scriptorium? It could be better. Would it make you happier if I told you Agnes Steinauer received some saffron yesterday? Really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at the Albans. Maybe you can convince Prior Fernick to get some for your yellows. Good to know. Are you in need of any herbs or flowers? I could pick some for you on my next trip through the meadow. Aw, that's really sweet. But I want to ask about the cat. Let's ingratiate ourselves with Gertrude. Oh, I don't know about that. We'll go gathering in the forest later. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of St. Stacia one of these days. Lisbeth. God bless you, Master Mahler. Alright, and then we've got, like, reliquary. Okay, a reliquary containing the hand of St. Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance, whatever that is. And Margaret. God bless you, Brother Piero? No, wait, it's Master Mahler. I thought you couldn't see, Sister Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. I know, she's not even that old. She's not that old. I know she's young. She's just blind. She's not old and infirmed. How'd you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell the pigments you use, but you're taller and you have another smell to you, like fish or burnt almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil, popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. I'll ask Sister Gertrude about it. How are Sister Gertrude's herbs coming? It's too early to tell. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still working with the herbs suits me. Have a good day, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Mahler. God bless you. They say it so often, it sounds like, the sort of, like, southern, oh, it's like, oh, bless you. Like, oh, you poor idiot. We're going through the main part. Into the Abbey. This is my favorite spot. I love it. Look, I'm not religious, and I'm certainly not, and I've never been Catholic. But it's so pretty. Very appropriate for liturgical singing. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rutger? Or Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. He just stands there singing. To the crypt, to the tower, to the sweat drop down this bower. Ah, skeet, 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 skeet. The foundation of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These two markers go back centuries, all the way back to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Kersau's power in the 14th century, those days have long passed. Investigate. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. What's with this key? That was it. Now what? A secret passage. Huh. A secret entrance to the library. I'll have to remember this. Can we go? Oh, okay, so I can't go up there now. Alright, we've done the crypt. Let's do the tower. And let's ring all the bells. I can't ring any of the bells. Oh, yeah, let's talk to Matthew about it in advance. God bless you, Andreas. How is the sacristy today, Matthew? The same as yesterday. He is the smallest man. I love him. We stand a short king. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mahler? Absolutely not. Even though I did not complete my theological studies, I understand the importance of the sacrist. Your understanding is appreciated. The treasures of the Abbey remain secure. Thank you for your inquiry. God be with you. One more thing. I do have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas? I was hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gurneau. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left, Brother Matthew. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Kersau, but for Tassing as well. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the Gärtners? What is this about, Andreas? I would like to help the Gärtners pay their taxes to the Abbey. Then plead your case to Father Gurneau. It's his decision. The matter is pressing, Brother Matthew. In the name of Christian charity, isn't there anything you can do? Ooh, nice. Oh, yay! I did it! I persuaded him. This is money I would have paid eventually, and it will be a great relief to the Gärtners. So yeah, there's also like a social approval aspect to this, which is neat. And it does not give any hints other than being nice and interested in people's shit. Like, be a good person. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mahler. And we did it. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Gurneau and Prior Fernick. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. I win. All right, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly to make sure she receives it. To the dormitory. Look at all these beds. Cloister. Old Bailey. Okay, the other door also goes to the Old Bailey, so we'll go to the cloister first. So this is the cool part of the art direction, is this guy. Sebhat. God give you health, Master Mahler? Brother Sebhat, I'm surprised to see you still here. Because he's done in a different style. It's from the same time period, but he sticks out against this particular art style because he's not from this area. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. He showed me much kindness to our priests at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will see these mountains in any case. But I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mahler, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I'd love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but it would be more comfortable if you were there as well. Do you not eat here with the brothers? Yes, but I am a guest and am not bound by the rule as they are. Father Gurnau kindly allows me to come and go as I need. Then I will make time for you in the next few days. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. Because, yeah, he's an Ethiopian priest. And I love that they took the time to do him in the style of the area he's from. Alright, we got Agnes. Margaret. Rudiger. Sister Lisbeth of Utrecht. And Ulrich Alban, town baker. Oh, wait. Hold on. There's also the glossary. I wanted to see what the rule was. The Rule of St. Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. Presumably, which means you cannot eat anywhere else other than the abbey. Martin Luther. There's our Martin Luther. Yeah, we are just at the time where he is splintering the Catholic Church. The Church. Because there is only one at the time. And I think maybe some minor cults. It's always interesting to read, like, what fragmented, like, references in Roman histories there are to the quote rise of the cult of Christ. I just think that's fun. Okay. Right. What else we got here? We've got. I came from. Okay, that's the church. That's the dormitory. This will be the cemetery, kitchen and cellar, refectory, courtyard, and lavatorium. Because we pee in the garden. Down there. Monastery, aquarium, chapter house, infirmary. Okay, and that's outside. Let's go into the infirmary real quick. Who's this? Saint Luke, the patron saint of artists, is also the patron saint of healers. Because art is healing. Hello, Florian. God bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? Brothers and sisters are well? So I am well, thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Boulogne soon. I'm quite interested in it. Nope. L'Italiano. I do not speak Italian. Can you read Italian? No. Little Italian and my Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it if he has the time. I'm sure he will make time. He is a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas, with my one good eye. Until then. So we've got a Brother Florian. Most of these medicines were made by Agnes Steinauern, with some help from Sister Gertrude. It looks like I should be able to mess with that rag. I cannot. Whee! Alright, what's down here? Chapter house. Ooh. A Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. It is really cool. I love Dance of Death murals. And I can only barely read that script. Nope, I have no idea what that says. Ich kann be... I know it's in German. Der Tanz macabre. Something, wie auch gemäfen. Alle Frauen aussat, gewarnt durch die Sonne in Füßer Heimat. Eine Blume verwelkt. That's all I got. The gardens. Okay. So this is the abbot. Yeah, this is the abbot's house. Hey yo, a dog. Pet the dog. Pet Mirabilis. He is a good boy. He is the goodest of boys. Hello, Gurnell. Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Oh, they don't have anything to say to me. Okay, and that's locked. I can't go upstairs. I wonder what recipe the brothers have for peas. These cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. Pickles. Before we go too much further. Okay, let's go into the garden. Listen, I'm just avoiding work. Obviously. Okay, the problem with the running water. Okay, I'm going to take just a couple minute break because I have to run to the bathroom as I am super hydrated. And that water fountain isn't helping. So everybody stand up, stretch, dance around the room a little bit, use the bathroom, refresh your drinks, pet something, like a cat or a bird or a dog, your choice. lizards also accepted. And I will be right back. And we're back. What? I'm Jay Gatsby. Look how delicious my West eggs are. Can't get enough of this egg. Setting showers, what? What in all the hells are you talking about? What are you talking about? Is eggs what you did on your break? What's the refectory? Okay, this is where they eat dinner. What's this? When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Oh, they get read to during lunch. That goes to the large garden. The kitchen, the kitchen. Look at the kitchen. Hey, a person. Lucas. Hello, Andreas. How goes in the kitchen? Is Brother Voislav working you hard? Not too bad. Brother Voislav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at cooking yet. What you all need is more variety. Want me to get you some mushrooms from the forest? I know all the best types, you understand. If you think that'll help, I only use what's in the cellar. Brother Adic complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Woslav. What does Brother Adic know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. That's a deep cut. I don't even know where that is. It's a land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable. But that's always what he complains about. The fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Lucas. A large garden. To the cellar! Voislav. Good morning. Or morning, Andreas. How's living with the Gartners? It's great. They're lovely. Claire's a good woman, and she looks after Big Jorg and Eva like they were her own. They're both almost fully grown. True. I suppose it's less that they need looking after, more that she cares to. Little Ursula is in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you at Tassing tomorrow. Until then. I like voice love. Who is Polish, I believe. Cloister. I go to the cloister. I think that's everything in the cloister. No, there was the little aquarium. There's all these... Okay, it's like a foyer. All of these room names, and I don't know what any of these rooms are. We've been to the church, been in the dormitory, been to the kitchen and cellar. Let's go to the cemetery. Look at all these dead people. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. It's true. And a Momo has decided to grace us with her presence. Hey, Momo. A monument to the founder of the Abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Saint Seisha, I believe. I love that the founder of the Abbey is a woman. Animal pens! Can I go in here? Ooh, what's this? Ooh, a Puzzy. Pilgrim badges of St. Moritz. Endress makes these. Can I do anything with it? Is it not a Puzzy? Oh. I want a Puzzy. I want puzzles. Abattoir. Okay, so that's where the abbot lives, I believe. Alright, sheep, a pig, some more pigs, a person. Folkbert. Good day, Andreas. He's got nothing else to say to me. I got nothing to say. Alright, so we're back to the garden. Now I need to get to the aquarium. I think this is now where I have to consult the map. Out the church, and then around. Okay, so to the church! No. Oh, bless it. Sweet Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. There we go. Here we go! Nope. To the Old Bailey. And there's the scriptorium entrance. Oh, I could have just gone through the cemetery. Duh. What's in here? Prior's house. Dig through his shit. What is this? A Volvel? Whatever that is. I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Earth, air, fire, and water. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. Obviously someone with occult interest fashioned this. The lines connecting the holes form constellations Cassiopeia and the Great Wagon, Libra, and Aries. Quarter turn of the upper disc aligns different elements to the symbols with the top of the lower disc. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort? I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. Someone's being occulty. Someone being sneaky. Scriptorium. Oh. But is it though? To the scriptorium! Piero! Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. Means a storm's coming. Big Your Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell the storms coming. Brother Adic has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Don't forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youth who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Spoilers, they were eaten by a she-bear. Mauled by bears, weren't they? She-bears. I'm pretty sure it was... Well, according to one translation, it's just one. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adic? I am comparing you to an impudent youth, whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Brother Guy, please show more respect to Brother Adic. You're being mean-spirited. Stay out of this, Andreas. The old fart can defend himself well enough. I need no defense against the likes of you. God protects his faithful against the iniquitous. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Fernick is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lawrence Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Fernick is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel. It's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior, only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no, Baron Rothvogel. His manuscript. I just realized that he'll want to see his manuscript. Oh, how silly of me. Of course, that's why he's visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. The true craftsman cares more about quality than simply being fast. With skill comes speed. Sadly, it may elude you forever. If all I had to do was write letters, I suppose I'd be fast too. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freising. Kirsau is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Fernick isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference In der Mauer manuscript. I need a book. Knock, knock. What do you want, Andreas? A book. In der Mauer manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone? Or... Stena? Why do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during the divine reading. What? Have you considered the Lord? You really are a cloud on a sunny day, Andres. Can I just get the book? Ugh. It's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? Sorry. I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt. The stairs are so steep. I'm gonna ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. God damn it. Andreas. I wasn't being inappropriate with her. I didn't think you were. Sister Zena has a poor attitude toward her vocation, the rule, and I suppose the 10 Commandments. You expect too much from a young woman who's been locked up in an abbey. Imagine it takes longer than others. I imagine it takes some longer than others to accept their new lives here. She may yet come around. That's charitable of you, but perhaps you are right. I should not have been so quick to judge her. In any case, I overheard you requesting Indermauer manuscript. Here, please return it promptly. Where's Brother Piero going? Look at his little hands. Imagine being a cloud on a sunny day. Couldn't be me. No, not me, sunny. Exactly. No, not you. Not at all referencing you. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course. Your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. What do you mean? It's all my work. My son, you are copying the illustration from Indermauer manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gurnau. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. The technique is all that matters to perfecting the craft. Can't that be enough? It's almost important. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for the truth. Can't break my rules now. The technique is all that matters to me. Perfecting the craft. Can't that be enough? Only you can answer that, Andreas. There was a time that I marveled at my own technique. But there is a reason we monks do not usually identify ourselves in our work. Ferments pride, vanity. With time, I learned to take simple satisfaction in helping to spread truth to others. But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Why is that? Why has Curacao kept this up for so long? Some people, some places, have a different time letting go of the past. Have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. Creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more people will be able to read, and in doing so, be brought to the truth. Don't you think there's a danger? This was the argument against it, the democratization of being able to read and write in Latin. That it was dangerous. Too many people would start thinking things and communicating. I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adic. Not Guy, though. Guy is a dick. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I've lived a long life, and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. And with Brother Poetic, we see a prime example of why monitoring your posture is really important. Ah, where has the time gone? It's already terse? I don't remember how to pronounce it. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. They have to go do their prayers. Uh-oh. What are you doing, sneaky sneak? Being sneaky. Writing notes. What's going on in there? Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint on the floor. But then Prior Fahrenheit came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Prior Fahrenheit should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. Nod. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains... So yes, she is very pissed. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the greatest Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz? No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz Rothvogel? Why is Prior Fahrenheit so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and father abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years, and paid enough to help keep the abbey, or to help the abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andres? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course. Sure, why not? Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for, find them, and return them to me. The first book are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg inches? What? Nuremberg inches are What color are the covers again? Reddish. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They are not his to keep. These ones. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? Jesus, Andreas! How would you know? True, she knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are.
She doesn't deserve this.
She doesn't deserve this! That woman is on fire. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that. From the empress to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry. For men. Now the books, if you please. It's me, the Empress Nun. Sun and showers shall now forever be the Empress Nun. Thank you. Next, Wretched Gurin. This is a printed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. I don't have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one that you're talking about. Brother Adic was reading it. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to a Maida Rusco of Luguano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot the best part. In the end, Gurin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictine should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. Redemption will be waiting for them when they put the book down. Yes, always, but they still must choose redemption. Should we go on sinning so grace will increase? Of course not. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. What's the problem with that? Why should a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus.
Amen.
Amen. And also with you. Paul's words can be hard to recall when you're suffering because of your station in life. And yet Paul says women must obey men, even the Gospels can't free us from the bondage of our place in life. I do like the first one. Paul's words can be hard to recall when you're suffering because of your station in life. That is exactly when his words are most needed. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like to, like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? I hate to see the brothers disappointed. But I understand. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Maida Rusco's property. The book, please. I remember really enjoying the conversation with Illuminata.
She's an interesting character.
She's really interesting. And so at this time, the church is gatekeeping the ability to read and understand scripture and speak Latin or write in Latin and all of these things, as particularly for the poor to keep them under control and women to likewise keep them under control, regardless of the woman's station in life. It is interesting and of note that Illuminata knows so much about the books that, theoretically, she cannot read. There's only one book left. Then you'll be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. What is it? The description should be sufficient. I don't know why you won't tell me, but alright, I'll find it. This one. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book. Like he was hiding it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this anyway? Huh. Maybe I should have learned French at some point. Bastard script, elegant descenders. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it's a dangerous book, Andreas Smaller. One the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? Whee! 200 years ago. What? What? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed even if their content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. Fume. It is not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gurnau learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows it's here. I do. So does Mother Cecilia and Father Gurnau. It's not like she can come out and chase me down, but I would be stealing property. Hey, Scritchy. You've been curious about it? It's really good. It's so good. The writing's excellent. The art direction is wonderful. I only have praises for it. This is my second time playing through the first act. I started it before I took the long break. So this is back in October. So I'm returning to it now, and I just started a new playthrough. So you haven't missed much. Other than a lot of new words. A large vocabulary section in our journal. Welcome in. I hope your day's going all right. Fine. Here, take it. Good. It's for the best. Thank you. I still have it. It's mine. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly, though. I need to finish up here soon. Okay. Buys books from the Abbey. What kinds? How long has he been visiting? He seemed usually friendly with me. He mentioned finding a copy of... Oh, yeah. I want to ask about that book he found. She may only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. Ooh. I think either the first one or the last one. Like, this is whatever. Those are questions I can just ask him. Well, theoretically, I could just ask him. What kinds of books is he buying? But she may not know even though she knows a lot about the books that she has, she may not know the contents of a book that isn't in their possession. Wait, no. Lauren said that the prior abbot did have a copy of the Historia to say, and he wanted a second copy to verify the details of the first. He mentioned finding a copy of Historia to say. He said it has some scandalous details in it. He also mentioned that Father Matthias had a copy and was looking for another to verify its contents. Do you know anything about the book? I've heard of it, but I've never read it, and I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. What do you know about the Romans in Tassing? I have no proper education on the subject. I only know the folklore passed between the locals in this community. And of course the miraculous life of St. Moritz is intertwined with that of the colony. But you can always ask Brother Matthew about the saint. It's a story he's told hundreds of times. Well, what's the folklore then? There were pagans here first, before the Romans. They dug the old salt mine. But then the Romans came, worked in the mine, built the aqueduct and the foundations that keep beneath us. St. Moritz Legion came, St. Satia helped them, and was martyred for it. And then the Romans left. They took their slaves, their legions, and their gods with them. The tribe moved in and built a new town on the bones of the old. Sic transit gloria Rome, or Rome. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. I suppose you'll be leaving via the or smile devilishly. Smile devilishly. What are you smiling about? I am filled with the joy of books. You are a strange man. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. We are a very strange man. Alright. Lunchtime. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. Whee! Hold on, I want to look at my journal. Okay. Gertner's taxes we've done. Should see if Otto and Edris are around. Otto is working in the abbey. Okay. So we'll go there. So there's Sister Illuminata Purgia. She is so... I just love her. She's such a great character. Brother Guy of Dijon Mustard. Floria Ponsnan. And then we've added Adek of St. Ives to our people book. Our Book of Faces. Brother Folkbert of Mittenwald. Brother Weislav of Plitzen. Is that everyone? Lucas of Fugen. Alright, that's everybody now. What words have we learned? Wretched Gurin. A ridiculous story of ridiculous notions. Terrace Monastic Hour, corresponding to 9 a.m., one of the little hours of prayer. Terrace precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. These are all things that I don't understand. Prince Bishop of Freising, religious and secular rule of scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire. Okay. And then we've added Sext, which is the monastic hour, corresponding to noon, when a little hours of prayer followed by dinner. Is it a little hour of prayer? Noon seems really far from dinner time. Indermauer, a prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy in Austria. Lugano, a Swiss market town. Okay, and then Mainz, located on the Rhine River. That's not it. No, Boulogne, Cologne, Chronica Clara, the Clear Chronicle, History of the Universe From Creation to 1082. And then Dance of Death, the artistic allegory on the constancy of death. Illustrations often feature people from every station of society to communicate that death inevitably claims everyone, from the peasant to the emperor. Okay, yeah, what's a divine reading? Letitio Divina is the thoughtful reading of and meditation on Scripture. The practice leads to prayer and contemplation. It is a daily part of life in Benedictine communities. Fascinating. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. But yeah, the game is a treasure, Scritchy. You should I highly recommend it. Whee! I want to go bother everybody in the... It's not the dormitory, the refectory. Cloister. Everybody eats. In here. It looks fascinating. I've heard nothing but good. Yeah. I mean, it's the only thing I've encountered with this is like things that should be praised about it. Hello. Hello. God give you health. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Good day, Andreas. Good day, Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Good day, Andreas. Why didn't you bless me, guy? Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Okay, bye. It was lovely to see all of you. Oh, goodbye. Whee! Let's go have lunch. To the lower abbey. Because we can't get in the convent to go hang out with the nuns. I want to pet the horses. Martin. Go away, Andreas. Can't you see I'm busy? Not really. What are you doing? Mind your own business. I'm only curious, and curiosity is the virtue. You're nothing but a snoop and a windbag. Piss off. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Okay. Oh, I didn't go in the guest house last time. It's a guest house. Hello, a person. Hello, Miklaus. God be with you, Andreas. Jesus. God's gonna be with me 12 times over. He's not gonna have time for anybody else. Hey, Master Mahler. Ah, Andreas. Good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message? Afternoon, Endris, Otto. Clara did give me your message. I'm sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. Ah, the abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Am I gonna have to read a prayer? Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 How did the morning treat you? Not too bad, thanks. I heard my Dan had hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Do we want almonds, rye bread, or cheese first? Eat the almonds. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry when we're expected to do work here when it suits him. Bread. Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Jeez. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron Rothvogel in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorize the people of Tassing and Kirsau. That's kind of a funny response. He's here to check on a commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. He was, though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. What kind of misgivings? That he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up a farmer a few years back. Old Ranning, may he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know, but if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything like that. What did he talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated. Sure. I imagine you have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry about where your next meal is going to come from. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andres. No one should get away with what he does. What this Abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the Abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the Abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. The church is supposed to be our shepherd. When they act as our lords, it's hard to see how they are helping us. Oh, Otto, did you see that the Bowers sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in a foul mood, and he could even be the laziest soul in Tassing. Can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damned thief. And before you say it, Andres, that's more than just gossip. Look at him over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. He's just a boy. He still has time to change. I've never known a thief to change, but maybe his responsibilities will make a man out of him. Speaking of the Bower sheep, their ewes are shorn and the woman will be spinning it soon. Otto? I got it, Endress. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right. I'll catch up in a moment, Endress. Otto and Clara Eva sitting in a tree. F-U-C-K-I-N-G. Oh, Andreas. It has been a long time. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Eva for me if you get a chance. Sure thing. You got it. I am a wingman. I should return to work in the scriptorium. Till later. Back to work. Nonus. Time to get back to work. Is anybody in here? Nope. Oh, I can go, oh, that's the back end of the Abbott house. Okay. That's that locked door. What? Says Martin. Nothing, says Andreas. Ooh, people! More people! Matthew! What's going on? God bless you, Andreas. Hello, Brother Matthew. What are you doing out here? Good day. What the hell are you doing down here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Curacao Sacris, I tend to the shrine of St. Moritz. He is the patron of Tassing and Curacao both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for. The shrine is always beautifully kept. Whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. The martyrdom of St. Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You're familiar with the life of St. Moritz, are you not? Unfortunately, I did not learn about all of the minor saints in university. Though he may not be well known in the church, St. Moritz is both Tassing and Kirsau's patron saint. Got to learn something about him while you're here. By all means. St. Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. What do you mean, his legion? Wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen, and led a legion made up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates St. Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. Yes, I've heard about some of the pagan history in the town. There are some in Tassing who still cling to the pagan traditions. Yes, God save them. St. Moritz and his legion were snowed into this pass. The pagan townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Sasha, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts. The town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. So what happened to Sasha? She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassing from harm. Huh. Huh. What an astounding story. Thank you for the history lesson, Brother Matthew. You are welcome, Master Mallard. God bless you. Until later, brother. I don't remember who these people are. Carl. Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello. Oh, hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. I'm behind in my work. I went up to the Shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. I don't know what Carl does. If I'm ever in church that long, I must have fallen asleep. Your dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. Oh, well, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz's hand and Sasha's shrine to pray for their aid. You would be better off preparing for the child than praying to the saints. You really think the saints... no, I'm not going to do that. I hope that the saints hear your prayers. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. He's got a preggy wifey. To the scriptorium! Is Rudiger still singing? Sing, Rudiger. Dance, monkey. God damn it. He has such a pretty voice. I was hoping he'd be singing. We'll go with this here. To work. No, I forgot to, no, because I haven't had the opportunity to look at the book in the back that Fennec was writing in. Brother Adek, this work. I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place close. Brother Pryor, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Pryor. I will work harder. He's gonna yell at Piero. Piero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel is coming to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the only one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Excuse me, Prior Fernick, but I believe your point is made. Andreas, I will remind you that I am the master of this scriptorium, and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh, God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Fernick is right. And here he is, the man of the hour. Prior Fernick, is this mine? It must be, yes? It is, my lord. I can No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest. I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is... well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity towards Kurosawa is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord, never. We can fix this, of course, of course. We only want to accommodate you. The abbot's a bitch. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Greet him with his Christian name. You are brothers and comrades in art. Yeah, Guy can shut up for real. Guy's an absolute douche. We will take the neutral Socratic option. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. It acknowledges him respectfully without being overly familiar. My lord? Brother Gurnau, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy completed if speed is your concern? No, I'm not talking about the script. That's fine. But the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. Uh-oh. Well, I will do what I have to do. Well, Abbott, I'm trying to finish my masterpiece at the moment. If it takes the pressure off of Piero, I'd be delighted to complete the work. I don't want to betray my friend. But I mean, I mean, Piero, I mean, he bears it with grace, but he has pointed out, like, this is a lot of pressure, and he doesn't work as fast. So would I be helping him in the long run? If it takes the pressure off of Brother Piero, I'd be delighted to complete the work. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. Ugh. My lord, I've already made supper plans with the Drucker family in town. Nonsense. You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend the Prince Bishop would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you are right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. Aww. You had this planned. What? You must have put your hooks in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in the town. Or in town. Oh, go to hell. Why are you mad at me? I'm trying to help. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me, the Abbot, and the Abbey. Prior Fernick is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the Prior for 1 minute? Anyone is the embarrassment here, it's you. You're so insincere, and you're so obvious about it, Guy. Brothers! If you please, Sister Zdenna and I would prefer it if you would keep the noise down. Sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Well, that was not wonderful. There's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the laboratorium for supper at the Abbot's table. It's dinner time. You ever realize you're older than a song you've known forever? Anyways, I'm losing my religion. I'm older than most of the songs you know. Are you really? I mean, Green Sleeves is really old. Oh, I want to look at that book that Fernick was writing in. I wonder what Prior Fernick was doing in this book. What's this? From the Library of the University of Five Churches. The Hungarians call it Hex. That's where Fernick is from. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. Friend of his? There we go. Ah, the Speculum Astronomae, Albertus Magnus Defense of Astrology. Sloppy bookhand. Couldn't have been produced by an abbey of note. Bastard script. Burgundian Flemish? Not from here and not recently. That's definitely Fernick's handwriting between the lines and in the margins. Is he notating the text for the university? Is he notating the text for his personal use? Is he notating the text for the benefit of future readers? Is he notating the text for his personal use? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. What's this? Looks scribbled, not like Fernick to be so sloppy. He didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries? All astrological symbols. What's written below? Greek to be sure. Auspicozexu? That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word, just a jumble of letters. This must become some kind of cipher. What's the key? Wait. The Volvel I found also had Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Volvel is marked with alchemical symbols, but this cipher has astrological symbols. Wait, of course, each astrological symbol is associated with one of the 4 elements. I just need to make those associations on the Volvel, and I should be able to solve this cipher. I remember the last time I played this, because I had the wrong backgrounds, he was profoundly confused by this. He's like, I don't speak Greek, and I don't know about the stars. Go into the Prior's house. Get the Volvel. Okay, now that I know the connection between the astrological symbols on the cipher and the elemental symbols on the Vovelle, Fernick's note should be easy to decipher. Should it? Okay. I don't remember what the... No, that's not it. That's not it either. You could just brute force this. Nope. There we go. That can't be right. That can't be right. I don't think so. That can't be right. Wait, okay. Alright, hold on. Alright, I have to actually do this. Oh, hi, Momo. Okay. Well, that one in the lower left is clearly buttocks. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, let's see here. Okay. I don't understand the constellations, though. Okay, well... Oh, because I have to rotate it. Ugh. Just start it in the right place and then fix it. Okay. And then... Aries is fire. And then water. And then fire again. And then air. Oh, wrong way. And then earth. And then earth again. And then water. I think I'm at, hold on, what's my... There we go. H.I. Gerhard. Gerhard is in the late brother Gerhard? Yes. Yeah, it can't be a coincidence. H-I-G-E-R-H-A-R-D. Brother Gerhard died sometime last year. How does this connect to him? Is it an anagram? Did he use his name for an abbreviation? Why his name? Is it an anagram? Harried, hardier. Where does the G go? God, I'm sure Adek would know. Maybe it's not an anagram. Let me think. Did he use his name for an abbreviation? That's a lot of letters for an abbreviation. A cipher inside of a cipher, perhaps? I don't know. Let me think. Why his name? And why Heigerhard? It couldn't be Greek. Never heard of an Italian or Spaniard named Heidegard either. Ridiculous. Let me think. Wait, maybe it's an abbreviation and a name. Gerhard is the name. What's H-I? Polydignosia? No. Hic Iliae Lacrimae. Oh my god, it's so much simpler. Hic Easet? Here lies Gerhard. What's the significance? I suppose I should find where Gerhard is buried. The Abbey Cemetery seems like a good place to start. To the salon! And By salon, I mean cemetery. Oh, over there, over there. Come on, dude. Nope, up. There we go. Huh, Fairnix cipher pointed here, but I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Okay. I guess nothing. Go up this way. That felt like some Batman logic right there. Yeah, well, yeah, it did. Up the stairs. Doom cop. There we go. To the roof. I should wash... Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to go wash my hands because I'm gross. And a man. Ooh, hero. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper. Well, the circumstances are unusual, to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you. None of the brothers will, but it will be good to have you with us. It's a shame. I always enjoy our talks. Now, the same doesn't apply to you with the Abbot's Tale. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. Above my station. I wish you could take my place. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. These men are far above my station. Anyway, I'm sorry for how the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave all of us at Kirsau Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lawrence, the Baron Rothvogel, to help you in your career. There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear it. Any of it. So long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now, I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. No soap. Disgusting. To the refectory. What if I just, like, ditched and went to the Druckers instead? I wonder what would happen. Andreas! Glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Garnet, Father Thomas, Prior Fernick. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew, wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Ooh, how do I want to do this? Piero said, don't talk too much. But I've got this answer, which is very wordy, and I am nothing if not a chatty Cathy. May have to balance it out to make it out of this situation. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gurnau, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I... He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. My lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My God, Father Abbot, the quail's fine. But don't you think Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see the value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew? Yes? How appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church sale of indulgences? Aaron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. Oh boy. I know, this absolute fucking shit stirrer. He's really putting me in a difficult position. There's a lot of theology to talk about. Maybe Father Gurno would appreciate it. Why not join in the debate? May bring everyone closer to understanding truth. I need to be quiet. I don't know what else to do. To hell with the abbot. If he can't handle a little criticism, he isn't fit to sit at the fancy table. Which is interesting because the church did have structured debates on theology. So it's not like at this time and far earlier in the church. So it's not like the church is like this sort of debate would be unheard of, but it certainly wouldn't be with someone who isn't part of the church, who isn't like part of a monastic order. There's a lot of the, and I mean, I don't think the church liked Socrates either. And Grobian is specifically there to poke fun at them. Why not join the debate? Because the abbot would be furious with me, that's why. Oh, fuck. Everyone is glaring at me. Dude, like, nobody's doing anything, and it's waiting for me to respond, but it's like the silence is palpable. And the tension in the room is thick. Socrates was good at pissing a lot of people. Yeah, up until and it got him killed. What was his final conviction? It was corrupting the youth. It was what they got him on. Yeah, well, YOLO. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. This seems like the pussy answer. I want to do one of the other ones, but... yeah, I have some thoughts. There's a great deal of theological merit to Luther's work. A debate. Excellent. Why not start with the 95 Theses? Enough! Andreas, you should know better. Lord Rothvogel, you are our guest and held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, it is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You'd better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous. Outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds. And I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia to say. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it is time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome, fathers, brothers, Andreas. Good night. Why, Andreas? Why did you engage him? I expect better of you. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. I will take my leave as well. Good night. It is truly, truly, truly outrageous. Blasphemy is contagious. Outrageous. Don't worry about further, Gurnow. And the Baron, I'm sure will be fine by morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. Well, that seems unlikely. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I'm just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. Compline. Cantanini. I should get some sleep. Not until we bother everybody. I can't go back into the church. Can I go up? Can I go up? Can I go up? Nope, I can't. Can I go to the shrine? That's not what I picked. That's what I meant to pick. Okay, that doesn't... Oh, shit. Go back in. I like the big old smile. I know it's supposed to be like the outline of a nose on that, like the picture on the wall, but it looks like a smiley face. Like he's really happy you're here. No, God bless it. Hi, Momo. What's going on, baby? I can still get in the garden. Hello, Mother Cecilia. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? No, my apologies. Until later. Okay, so I can't talk to her. At least she's got nothing to say to me. Doors that comment are locked to outsiders. Ooh, glow bugs. Pet Mousefanger. For he is a good boy. I mean, look at him. He's so cute. Someone has definitely seen a cat before. Oh shoot, it's already almost 10. Alright, let me get through here. There's a lamp still burning in the guest house. Lawrence must still be awake. I wonder how he's doing. What was he thinking? He's a baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. Storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. Poor night for stargazing. I should get back to Gertner's. Talk to me like barons do. Okay, can't go up there. Wow, I really just can't explore. A person. Huh? Ugh. Are you alright, Master Mahler? I believe I may have just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit. The ghost? Yes? Could be a Roman, maybe even a little pagan. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Have you ever seen one? Mm-hmm. Usually around the ruins. Who knows how many restless Romans lie beneath its stones. Well, I think I found Johann's lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care, Master Mahler. I will. Thank you, Till. Or, no, you too. Uh-oh. Quote 15. Crazed giggles as of the madness of encountering a great blaspheming old one. Ah, no! Oh, Helltaker was a good time. Iris is beautiful. Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to kind of explore this because Lorenz wouldn't shut up. The figures in the shrine to Saint Christopher are quite nice. Quick, who is Saint Christopher? Snowdrops. Only, one of the only flowers that can bloom this early in spring at this altitude. The shrine to St. Moritz, the statue looks ancient. Let's go to the mill. Let's pet Staub, who is a long, skinny boy. But Staub is a good boy. Had a good time, huh? I think we should check the tapes on that one. I remember having a good time, I think. Oh, shit. No, fuck. Ah, no! Pale horse! Pale horse! Still on the floor! Get down with the sickness! Hello? Are you alright there? Matt? Matt's the pale horse! Dead! Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Hello, lady. Yes? Yes, Father, I hear you. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you are with us, and this is now. I apologize, Andres. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. That sounded like she was having an ecstatic vision. Your knowledge surprises me, Andreas, though the Baron did say you were an educated man. But yes, Sister Amelie is a mystic, gifted with visions from God when God sees fit to give her one. Some more frightening than others. How long has she been here? She's been sealed in the cells next to the church for almost 10 years now. If you come to Mass more often, you would see that I give her communion through a window to her cell. Oh, is she an anchoress? Yes, she is, yes. Devoted to God, and closed in the cells next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. Is she local to Tassing? Or was she a nun at Hirsau? Neither. She came here from a Benedictine abbey in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchoresses are not literate. I write down her visions to help interpret them. I thought all of the monks and nuns at Hirsau could read. Even poor Brother Folkbird. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. She seems unhappy. She is not happy. Well, she is not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physical and spiritual. Her spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to address them as best I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine, an aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. Sister Amelie was saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. She may never be understood at all, as God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over our thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back asleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andreas. Good night, Father. They just wall her up in a room. Just wall her up. That's insane. What's this? Columbine looks like it's coming in early. I wasn't done at the mill. Hello, good boy. Okay, what is that? Glass windows, probably made in the Low Countries. Why does that matter? Outer Farms. What a curious mill. The wind turns the sails and that powers the grinding stone. Is it curious? Or am I taking advantage of the fact that I know how a fucking mill works? What's this? Collapse. This must have allowed access to the aqueduct. Drawings. Child's drawings. I wonder who the artist is. Alright. I guess that's it. Let's do... No. I want to go to the forest. Glowing bug. Okay, this goes to Smokies. Look at this rock. Or this blob. Most of this felling is for the Abbey's renovations and firewood. The town can only gather sticks. That's so wrong. There's literally nothing I can do about it. But it's such bullshit. Rotten and full of bugs. I wonder Otto hasn't split it up. The waterfall must flow down from the snow mountain mountains above the abbey. To the salt mine! Passing's old salt mine. How the town made money before the Imperial Road opened up. Okay. Let's do the Shrine of Saint Satia. Carving of Saint Satia. Looks quite old. Sure does. Go to Smokies. Hello? Hello? There's nobody here. Nobody to hang out with me. house is locked. A cat. Pet Schlau. What was it? Schlau? Look at the baby cat. It's raining. You should go inside. Steinauer house is locked. What's in Northtown? More ruins? What if they're from the old Roman colony? Stoltz house. Tessing is lucky to have so much wart. Yeah, wound wart. What a pleasant name. Okay. Alden Bakery is closed. Hold on. I don't expect anybody's house to be open. I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Did I check the 7-Eleven? I wanted to go down here first. They're open late. Listen. Shut the fuck up. I'm not going to the 7-Eleven. Franz Power's house. Very clever. Nothing over here. Piggy's out in the rain. These figures look like they were carved by someone without formal training. Okay, so this is Tilia's house. The woman who screamed, the old woman who screamed at Lauren's. The Bauer farm. Bauers are in bed. What's this? Johann's family keeps beehives for the honey and wax. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. There's a lot of I didn't mean to do that. And it's Temperance house. I think I've explored this down fully. Zimmerman house is closed down. This will go to the meadow, I think, or the church and Druckers. I've checked those. Oh yeah, what's going on? What's this? Like Edris Smithy. It's so much smaller than the ones he uses in the Abbey. At the Abbey. I think that's everywhere. Fairly certain that's everywhere. Yeah. Just sleeping in a chair. And then everybody piled up over here. Okay, those haven't changed. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Go to Schneep. Time for Schneepings. Oh, matins, like in like Twilight. That's what you mean. That's what Amelie meant. Time to get back to work. Alright, I'm gonna pass on. It's all right, Ursula. Good morning. Do you need any help with Ursula? No, a little crying won't hurt her. Besides, I think I've gotten almost all the leaks now. Ursula's my first child, and she's been a handful, but I think I have the hang of it now. Big York has been a godsend. He helped Christine with Ava when she was a baby. I never took you for a family man, Andreas. I have 2 older brothers, both married, so there are plenty of nieces and nephews for me to play uncle to. I appreciate the offer. You'll make a fine husband someday, Andreas. Ugh, when will this storm let up? It's been going all morning. Peter and York are outside trying to deal with the flooding as best they can. Oh, is the farm in danger? There's always danger with this much rain, but we've lived through worse. Whatever happens, it will be as God wills it. You must have faith and confidence and endure what is to come. Oh, I have some food for you. I need to give her the muns. And then we'll call it a night. Here. Sorry I couldn't prepare anything more. Thank you. Otto wanted... Oh, hold on. Didn't Otto ask me to say hello? He's probably courting her. Then be a good friend to him and just tell her. They'd probably be happy together. Thank you. Otto wanted me to say hello, by the way. Oh, he did. Good. Thank you. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. Try to stay dry. Thanks, you too. Good luck. Be good, Ursula. Whoa, where did I go? Andreas. You doing alright, Peter? No, I'm not. Some of our sheep escape, and I'd rather not spend my morning fixing this damn wall for the 3rd time this year. It's the way it always is. Rain falls on the Abbey and rolls downhill to us little people. Well, it's hard to blame the Abbey for that. That's just how rain works. There's a reason we're down here and they're up there, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get back to this. See you later. Alright, I need to go back in here and give her money. Clara? Hello, Andreas. Hello, Clara. I have something for you. Oh? This should be enough to pay my rent and the tax you owe the Abbey. Andreas, this is far more than your rent payment. We can't accept this. Let's be religious about it. He who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Oh, Andreas, thank you. How did you even get so much coin? Are you sure you'll have enough to spare? Don't worry about me, Claire. I'll be fine. Oh, no, if you're sure. Thank you, Andreas. You don't know what that means to us. I'm happy to help, Clara. It's the Christian thing to do. You're a good man, Andreas. Thank you. I'll let you move on with your day. God bless you. Until later. I think this game should have gone for more accurate illuminated drawing children by just scaling down adults. Yes, just making very small versions of adults. And absolutely with the human faces on cats. Alright, let me just get to the next area. Oh, no, we've triggered an autosave. Alright, that's where we're going to call it a night. Man, I forget how much of a good time I had playing this game. Oh, stretch. This was a fun one. Alright. But we will call it here for the evening. We will resume gameplay tomorrow. And take us to a murder most foul. Alright, which means it is time to drop you guys off with someone fun. Let's see, who we got online? You know what? Let's bug It's a Me Bee. It's a Me Bee is doing her first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Classic, not remake or rebirth. I adore Bee. She and I met when I was playing... we were playing Final Fantasy X around the same time, and I was playing it back on Nate's channel. So let's go show her some love. Thank you guys all for hanging out with me. Thanks for going down the Pentiment hole with me again. It's been a good time. I hope you guys have a great rest of wherever, whenever. Just remember that we're always meant to be together. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!